Welcome back to Digi Bros.
What's up?
Wait,
We're in
you
the
said
cave.
you said it's not gonna be 20 hours at the end of the last video.
Yeah.
This game will easily be 20 hours.
No way. Just beating episode 1?
We've already got like 5 hours.
Yeah, but like the early levels are always like the grindiest.
It depends on how many times we have to keep playing through everything.
I don't know. I don't think it'll last that long. Maybe 10 hours.
So Vic, we got through 2 whole episodes, basically just riffing.
Yeah.
Pretty good. What have you been up to this weekend?
What have I been up to?
You can start with whichever one you like.
I felt like I did something Friday and I don't remember. I did shit Saturday.
Oh my god, I
wait.
like I'm having a dream.
Oh yeah, I did shit Friday and yeah.
You recorded a football game on Friday, didn't you?
Yes, Friday was a long day and I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Cause like Thursday night, my Professor Snape from ODU, which I've always called him Snape on here, so that's what I'm calling him. Professor Snape sends me a text and is like, "Do you want to?"
You had to do his voice.
What, a Snape voice? I can't do a Snape voice. I don't remember what he sounds like.
Victor Collins, would you like to work on a video? That's terrible. I can't do the
that's
British.
really
I can't
bad.
get the British
So I'm just gonna not.
All right,
Professor.
Continue your story, Jesus.
Professor Snape sounds
Why
like
are you
this.
letting me flounder like this? God.
So I like to draw things out. Anyways, so Professor Snape texts me late one night and is just like, "Oh, do you want to do this video tomorrow for like $100? It'll be like a shoot from 9 to 5." And I'm like, "Yeah, sweet." And so like I start emailing this this dude, like getting details or whatever. So I gotta get up at like 7 a.m. to go to this thing at 9 a.m. and it's a teacher's workshop on incorporating video games and game design into like online classes. So they're trying to basically make like teaching games for online courses. And so it's like this whole like long ass like 8-hour like workshop and seminar about like gaming and game design and like incorporating it into like learning games. It was pretty
Say like
interesting.
6 more times, please. I didn't quite get that it's like
You're not like responding to anything.
Your story has not gotten interesting yet.
But the game design, that's cool, right? It was pretty cool.
You haven't said anything about what it is. It's just a thing you did.
Son of a bitch. Anyways, I was filming a bunch of teachers have fun and talk about video games and like play video games, and they're doing like exercises to like help you like think about game design and like how to think about teaching students like through video games and things, and
Sounds
like
it was basically
finding
an extra credits
incentives to do learning games kind of. It's very interesting stuff that I'm not doing a good job of recapping because like I forgot I had done this. But anyways, that lasted from like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or it was really like 4 p.m.
I've somehow got burned through 10 monomates since we started the cave.
Yay! While I talk about this mundane, uninteresting story that no one is gonna remember or comment on or care about.
I don't understand.
I told you it wasn't gonna be super fucking exciting for me to talk about my busy week.
Skip that fucking part of this. Talk about.
I gotta talk about the whole day because it's a whole day. It's not that interesting all the way through. I told you I needed time to like turn these into stories.
You had 3 episodes.
I meant like days of my life to reflect on the things I've done. Okay.
All these things that I've done.
I'm like failing hard at killing enemies right now because I'm like so distracted of my own bullshit.
Yeah, and I'm getting my ass fucking rocked right now.
Getting your ass beat. Okay. So anyways, after that I had to go to do this high school football game, which like it was a dude at the TED Center for the normal football games I do had asked like he'd asked me if I wanted to do these high school games with him, blah 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 blah. So anyways, I show up and like I'm outside this high school. It's freezing cold.
I'm trying to run away.
I'm running away. I'm kiting them, you asshole. I'm trying to tell my story. The story sucks.
Yes, it does. Get to the interesting part.
Okay. I have to go through the
This is a fucking gag story.
You make it so hard to tell stories when you just obviously don't fucking care at all.
Well,
you don't give a shit.
I'm just like, okay, you're like...
Because it was a frustrating night, so I had to start with the frustrations. And the feelings of being tired.
Well, then, say... That's the interesting part. Not the fact that it was at 7 a.m. and that your professor called you the night before and all that shit.
I gotta give context, man. The context. Because I show up at this high school, and I'm trying to text this dude I'm working for, because I have no fucking idea what I'm doing at all. Like, I know I'm going to be a cameraman here, I have no fucking idea what's going on. And so I'm walking around outside this place, this dude's not answering his phone. And so I'm just like, I feel like a fucking jackass standing outside of this high school.
See, the story's gotten no idea where better I'm going. Because you started saying fuck and talking fast.
So I started saying fuck and talking fast. But anyways, I'm fucking pissed. I'm sitting outside of this high school, I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. And this dude's not answering his phone. So I finally decide I'm gonna go talk to a security guard and figure out where the fuck I'm supposed to be. And like there's like cable, like sports channel people there, and I'm like, I'm not working for them. There's no way I'm working for TV. And so like I didn't approach them. I found a security guard and I'm like, I'm looking for this guy Richard. I don't know like what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be on a camera. They're like phoning dudes. They let me in. They're just like, oh, he could be that guy over there in the red sweatshirt. We don't know who he is. Turns out he was the guy in the red sweatshirt, but this dude is like fucking running around. He's losing his mind dealing with like this. Like, I guess this is like the most chaotic scenario in the world.
This is the seminar thing, right?
No, this is a high school football. I'm off the seminar now. Oh, so you didn't give a shit about the seminar.
I didn't understand.
I said I left the seminar and I went to the high school.
Okay,
you broke the flow because
the seminar was unnecessary to talk about. You should have said I had to film this thing in the morning and then I did this interesting part of the story.
I thought the game design stuff was pretty interesting.
Well, I've heard about all that shit before.
I thought maybe you'd start talking about game design and stuff if I brought that up.
There's like 40 extra credit videos about that, so...
That's a discussion in its own. Sorry, audience, for this fucking frustration here. Now you see our true colors of how we normally interact.
This is how we interact on the show all the time! Our true colors were not hidden.
It turns out I am working for TV. I'm working for Chesapeake Local Broadcast or some shit. Like some fucking rinky-dink television company. But I'm working for these TV guys, and so like I finally get my camera set up. This dude's fucking running around. I get on my camera. I'm like, alright, this is gonna be cool. Game starts. Throughout the fucking game, when you do high school games, they just put you in a camera in the bleachers surrounded by people. And fucking high schoolers cannot sit still for any, like, I swear to God, like, anytime I looked around, none of the same people are around me anymore because they just fucking linger and take selfies everywhere. Like, it's literally a bunch of giggling fucking idiots taking selfies everywhere. And it's just,
have you realized you've gotten old?
Yes. I was like, oh my God, never mind. The next generation is fucked. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. And I was like, is this, like, it makes me flash back to why I didn't, like, have any friends in high school, and it's because they all suck. Like, everyone sucks, and they're all obnoxious, and I'm like, these are just the worst fucking kids all around me being dipshits. And like, so I'm trying to fucking shoot this game and concentrate, and I've got this dude, the dude I'm working for, like, gets way too into it when he's working, and so he's just like yelling and shit because he's too excited. He's like, get the shot, blah, blah, blah. Oh, go over here, blah, blah, do this, do that. And I was like, oh my God. And then I got these high schoolers around me, oh, selfies, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, I'm gonna, like, I was literally, I kept texting Hope, I was like, I'm gonna throw a fucking high school kid off the back of these bleachers because they are driving me fucking insane. And they kept like, they'd either be like trying to tap on my shoulder and be like, oh, can I pass in front of the camera? Because they have to go around me or in front of the camera to get to where they're going, and they're all walking around. They can't just sit and watch a fucking football game. I don't know why they're here. They obviously don't fucking care, but they're just pissing me off and just talking to me and bothering me, and I'm just like, I am on live broadcast television right now. Like, stop fucking with me. Lost my fucking mind. It's freezing cold. My hands are freezing. I'm doing this fucking high school game, and it's hell. There you go. That was that story.
See, that was
almost
way
killed
better.
Some high school kids.
That got way better as it went.
I found my rage, and that's where that story needed to go.
Alright, I got Resta.
At least the next day, like, I was doing another football game, and the dude, the entire day will just not shut the fuck up about how great I did. And I'm just like, like, it's nice to be like, oh, I did a good job, but then when he says it like 7 times, you're like, are you like kissing my ass right now? Like,
how do you
react to that? It's just like, okay, cool, thank you.
You should have said,
like, oh, thanks.
all right, man,
Cool.
sweet. Yeah, you want to suck my butt? Come suck my butt.
It's this old dude saying how fucking good I was. It's like, are you gonna give me more work or something? Like, shit. Or do you think you have to, like, try to hold on to me now because you think I'm a good cameraman?
Like he's buttering you up.
Yeah, like he's buttering me up. I'm like, what is this shit?
Or he's like being coy, hoping you'll ask him to give you
I don't
more
know,
work.
maybe. I was like, cool. Sweet. Okay, I'm good. Like, I'm literally doing the simplest
So
shit.
what the
Like, I'm just
hell-
mounted
why
on
were
a
you-
tripod.
Why were you doing a high school game?
Because this dude asked me to. Like, he works at the TED Center doing the normal football games. And so he was just like, oh, I have a high school game. We need some people. Do you want to come do it for $100? And I was like, hell yeah, it's work. So I'm doing another one
Another high
next
school
month.
game.
Yeah, it's another high school game.
I'm surprised you didn't swear off of it after that. Sounds like it was incredible.
No, I mean, money's money, motherfucker. I gotta do what I gotta do to get that $100.
Good mentality to have.
That could lead to more work.
Fucking cat left the door
If
open.
I'm doing so good, maybe I'll get more TV work and actually get a fucking legitimate amount of pay, not $100. Because any other freelancer's getting $400 a game.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's fucked up because at the TED Center, I'll get paid $15 an hour to shoot.
I got a photon blast.
I'll get paid $15 an hour to shoot, but then they also have freelancers shooting, doing the same thing, and getting paid $400 a game because they're freelancers. I'm like, what's the point? I'm doing the same thing. Why do you need to hire these guys? Fucking pay them more. Why can't you pay me that much? Fucking bullshit. Clearly doing it wrong, being hired as an official employee.
Yeah, sorry, I got dis-
Yeah, you got really distracted.
The cat came in and left the door open, and it's fucking with my head.
Motherfucker,
I can't
I'm
handle
gonna go
open
get the
doors.
door.
Wait, you're just gonna stand there and okay, he's just gonna stand there. I guess that gives some tension to this
Will
scenario.
he get hit? Will he not get? Oh, I did get hit. I got decked right when I
ran in to
back
rescue
up.
you, and you would have probably got it worse.
Oh
if I
my
hadn't.
god. Being a ranger and like talking about shit is mind numbing because I'm just like trying to stand back and shoot and I'm just like, fucking sharks. Why don't these things die faster?
Alright, so is that the whole Friday story?
Yeah, it's all Friday story.
It was just a really shitty.
It was just a
experience.
shitty high school game. It reminded me of why I hate high schoolers and children in
made
general.
you-
They're just like
you
they're
went
just
into
big
full-
toddlers. They're the same.
You went
They're
into
just
full
so
get off
stupid.
my lawn mode.
Yes. If you're a high schooler and you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Well, they're probably the ones who.
But
are,
yeah, they're probably the ones who can't stand the people. They're
Right.
not going to football games. They're watching Digi Bros.
Exactly.
You were me in high school, just hating everyone because they're obnoxious. Just one of those things where you're like, maybe I should have hung out with more people in high school. Maybe I should have been more social. Why wasn't I like that? And then it's like, oh, right. Because people
they were
suck.
Stupid.
I somehow forgot, how stupid everyone was. How
Yeah.
obnoxious and just full of tryhard. They're all those douchey.
Oh my god, did you just say they're full of... Are you literally holding Caulfield now, Victor? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
You're fucking...
full of tryhard.
You're 22 years old and you're still fucking catching in the rye.
Of course.
My god.
Oh my god. It's funny because I never read Catcher in the Rye.
Right. Well, he calls everybody tryhard.
But you just had those fucking bro kids with their no shirt and their boxers shooting out and they have the shit drawn on them. You just feel like this douche essence coming off of them. Just like, oh my god. Like, who are you trying to impress with this bullshit? This weird attitude.
Well...
Just like flashbacks to the worst parts of high school. It's like, why am I back here? Why am I at a high school?
Yeah, I can't stand being anywhere near any school in any capacity, be it high school or
weird.
college. I'm just always like whenever I've had to like take shade to school or something, and I see the people and they look so young to me now.
Dude, they look like tiny kids. It's crazy.
Right.
I'm like, when you're in high school, you feel all adult. Everyone, you're like, oh yeah, we're seniors. We're all grown up.
Because for me, what was weird about it was when I was in high school, I always felt like everybody looked older than me.
Yeah, exactly.
Even
you feel
though
like people look older.
It's funny I say that though, because everybody thought I looked older than I was.
Yeah, me too.
Because
So
I
you had
was
long
kind of
hair
I was kind of
facial
dark and
hair
had a
and stuff.
beard and everything.
Yeah.
And people always thought I was a little bit older, but like I guess I felt older in my senior year because it felt like I had more freedom to do shit. But like, I have like this is like a just sort of thing about my personality in general, is I have a complex about being like younger, like because I was the youngest kid in my class through all of school, and I was usually the shortest up until high school. Like I was, like, you know, when they do the lineup for the class photo, I was the kid on the all the way to the left.
Yeah.
Like I was always the shortest, smallest, youngest kid in every class because I had a summer birthday and I was short as fuck. And it wasn't until high school that I became like normal height and normal weight, you know, not like a skinny little kid, and wasn't. Well, I mean, I was still the youngest in my class, but you know, by the time you're a senior, you're older than most of the kids in the school. But like, so I've always had it in my head that everybody around me is older than me. Like it's just a general thing that's always happened.
That was a weird thing when I got to the end of college, because you go into college, you're like, everyone's older, everyone's a higher class, and then it's like you're a senior, you're like, what the hell? All of a sudden, I've been here the longest.
Yeah,
what is this?
It was funny because I didn't even get that experience, because like, because in high school, you know, again, I felt younger, but then like when I look at high schoolers now, they look like tiny little babies. You know,
it's the same thing with like freshmen in college. Like you walk around a college campus, you know who the freshmen are because they look like these kids fresh out of high school.
I've seen that too, because I've gone to your school with you, and I see all the kids. And I'm like,
especially when I go to Shade School now, and it's like, oh, these are babies.
Right, but it was funny for me in college because like I took for the first semester I took, which was, you know, right after high school, I took like arts classes, like because me and Mom went to the art school, and so most of the people there were like
holy shit.
What?
Oh, I'm not dead, thank God.
Most of the kids were my age or older at the art school, and then it wasn't until later that I started taking like general education stuff, and I was only 20, or I think I was like 19 and then turned 20 during that semester. But the other kids were all like 18 and 19. They were all just out of high school. And even then, like, they all kind of looked my age. So it was really weird when they were like, oh, I'm 18, I'm 19. And I'm like, what? How can I be the old? Like, I took a public speaking class that probably had like 15 to 20 people in it. And I was like one of the oldest in the class at like 19. So that was like really weird. And, but at that point, they still kind of looked my age. But then, like a year later, no one in college looked like they were as old as me anymore. And yeah, but it's strange because it's not like I'm, you know, got myself next to them for comparison. It's just like a weird sense of like you understand internally how old you are, and your perception of other people's age changes as time goes on. It's weird,
like you don't feel it until you see it, and you're like, what the hell?
My parents always seem to look like my parents and their friends always seem to be getting younger while everyone else is or getting like I feel closer to their age than I do to like a kid's age, you know.
Dude, there was when I was doing that I was shooting the faculty thing with the video game thing. Like I was realizing, I'm like, I'm a college graduate. Like I'm closer to these guys' age, because it was like young faculty. Like these people are probably like fairly fresh out of college, just starting teaching. Like they're not that much older than me. Like that was weird. Like some of the dudes in there looked like my age. Like that is surreal that the faculty is not that much older than me.
Yep.
Like I could have put on a different shirt and blended right in.
So the moral of the story is we are old now.
Yeah, we're getting old.
Next time on Digi Bros, you can get old with us.
Sweet.